Hi everyone, this is Richard. In this video, let's talk about route parameters and parameter constraints. So we mentioned already for every component, you can have more than one page directive, right? So there's more than one location in which you can get them. Now in this one, let's look at this location and more int. So we notice the curly brackets, and those are the route parameters. So you can use a parameter here and get this value and put it in to the variable called location. So we have this under child, right? And this will show up. It's just a button that says click me. But we can also put location, the value of location is next. It should be there as well, right? So that's what we can do. What's the significance of this? Well, when we think about it, depending upon the value of location, I just defaulted to the string next just because it was easy. But depending upon the value of location, if we make it a different value in some other way, this can actually change. So this is determined not at compile time, right? This is static. It's set. It's done at compile time. But during runtime, as the user is interacting with your web app, this might be completely different location. So a completely different value for the variable called location, and it's in a different location as well. So that's interesting to keep in mind. I'm sure we'll face this sometime in the future. To go on further, location, the type is going to be a string, right? It's string right here, and it makes sense that it would be /child/location. That would be a string as well. But what if you want to put something else, like an integer inside of here? Integer more equals 22. So you could actually go here and type 22. Okay, so that works as well. And that's called a parameter constraint, this part right inside of here. Because if we did not have this, Blazor would look at this and say more, the variable more is going to be a string. Now that you have this, it's an int. And so you can use, I think, int, bool, double. There's a float. There's a couple other things that you can put inside of here as constraints, but the default is going to be string if you don't have it there to begin with. Okay? So I think, and same thing applies. If this thing changes, this location will change as well. Couple of other things. Let me see here. If you have a at page, and then you have something like here, location. Let's do this. So it will say at /child/location, which will be next. It should show up there. So that's how that works, not just at /next, but /child/next. But when you do that, because this is a variable, I found something that's kind of interesting. So if I put a 0 here, it still actually works. /child/ anything you type inside of here, this will actually work. I'm not exactly sure about that behavior. I'm sure we'll reach that in the future and we'll talk about it then, okay? But that's the whole idea of route parameters, where it's variable in terms of where the route location is, and parameter constraint. Thanks.